My name is Emily. I'm 28 years old, and I live with my younger sister Lily in a small but cozy apartment on Maple Street. We both work full-time, and life usually runs on a tight schedule: alarms, deadlines, and late-night leftovers. But today was different. It was Friday, and I had the day off. No meetings, no rush, just a free day to breathe. The sunlight was spilling through the curtains when I opened my eyes. I checked the time, 8:05 a.m. For once, I didn't have to jump out of bed. I stretched, smiled to myself, and stayed there a few extra minutes, listening to the soft city sounds outside. Lily was still asleep in the next room. She's 23, full of energy, and always talking about food. So, when she finally walked into the kitchen with messy hair and sleepy eyes, I already knew what she was going to say. "Em, are you making breakfast?" She yawned. I laughed. "Nope, it's my day off. I'm not cooking today," she grinned. "Then what are we doing?" "We're going out," I said. "Let's have breakfast at the bakery down the street." By 9 a.m., we were ready: jeans, simple t-shirts, and messy buns. The air outside was cool and fresh, and the smell of coffee drifted from somewhere nearby. When we reached the little bakery, the bell above the door jingled softly as we walked in. "Good morning," the lady behind the counter greeted us warmly. "Good morning," I said with a smile. "2 croissants, please, and 2 coffees." "Coming right up, dear," she said, turning toward the oven. The smell of freshly baked bread filled the air, sweet, buttery, comforting. We found a small table near the window and sat down. Outside, people passed by, holding their morning cups and talking quietly. It was a simple scene, but it felt peaceful. Lily took a bite of her croissant and sighed. "This is heaven." "I could live here forever," I smiled, sipping my coffee. "You say that about every place that has food." "Well," she said, grinning, "I mean it this time." After breakfast, we decided to walk to the weekend market nearby. The sun was shining, and the streets were alive with color: fruit stands, flower shops, little stalls with handmade jewelry. "Let's get something for lunch," I said as we wandered between the stalls. "Agreed," Lily replied, scanning the crowd. "Look! There's grilled chicken!" We stopped at a small food stall. The smell of grilled meat and spices made my stomach rumble. "Hi," I said to the man behind the counter. "2 rice bowls with chicken and vegetables, please." "Spicy or mild?" he asked. "One spicy, one not," Lily said quickly. "Guess who's who?" I laughed. "You and your spice obsession." We waited a few minutes while he cooked, chatting about random things: her new job, our mom's upcoming birthday, and how we always end up talking about food. When our bowls were ready, we thanked him and found a bench nearby to sit and eat. The first bite was perfect: warm rice, tender chicken, and fresh vegetables. "This is so good," I said between bites. Lily nodded, her mouth full. "We should do this every weekend." "Sure," I said. "If you wake up before noon?" She rolled her eyes. "No promises." After lunch, we walked around the market a bit more, then decided to stop by the grocery store to pick up a few things for the evening. Inside, the air was cool, and soft music played from the speakers. "Let's grab some snacks," I said, pushing the cart. "Chips," Lily said immediately, throwing 2 bags in. "And juice," I added. "And maybe ice cream?" She smiled. "Now you're speaking my language." We picked up a few more things: some fruit, sparkling water, and a pack of cookies, before heading to the checkout. That'll be $18.50, the cashier said. I handed her the money and smiled. Thank you. Have a nice day, ladies, she replied. When we got home, it was almost afternoon. The apartment smelled faintly of vanilla from the candle I'd left burning the night before. We changed into comfy clothes, oversized shirts and soft socks, and spread our snacks out on the coffee table. Movie? Lily asked, already turning on the TV. Definitely, I said, lying back on the couch. We watched an old romantic comedy we both loved. Every now and then, we'd pause to talk about the characters or quote our favorite lines. It felt easy, light, like the kind of happiness that doesn't need to be loud to be real. In the evening, we were too lazy to cook, so I ordered dinner online. What do you want? I asked. Street food? Maybe hot dogs? Perfect, I said, opening the delivery app. 2 hot dogs and 2 bubble teas coming right up. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Delivery, the man said, smiling as I opened the door. Thank you, I said, handing him the cash. You're welcome. Enjoy your meal, he replied before leaving. We sat cross-legged on the couch, eating our hot dogs and sipping our bubble teas while another movie played in the background. The lights were dim, the air was warm, and for the first time in a long while, everything felt calm and complete. Lily leaned her head on my shoulder. You know, she said softly, we should have more days like this. I smiled, looking at her. Yeah, just food, movies, and no stress. Exactly, she said. No alarms, no meetings. Just us. Later that night, as I was cleaning up, I thought about how rare days like this are. Days with no rush, no noise, just simple joy. I looked at the quiet apartment, the empty cups, and the faint laughter still hanging in the air. My heart felt full. Before going to bed, I whispered softly, "Thank you for today," though I wasn't sure who I was thanking. Maybe life itself, for giving me these small, perfect moments. Sometimes happiness isn't in grand adventures or faraway trips. Sometimes it's just in a day like this. Breakfast at a bakery, a walk through the market, laughter with someone you love, and the quiet comfort of being home. Just food, laughter, and peace. That's all it takes.